generator, and even a helicopter that ran on radio frequencies. A true free energy device that keeps batteries consistently charged. It took me several months to find him, but when I did, it blew my mind.
Welcome to Africa, where we celebrate the glory of the sons and daughters of the motherland and the achievements of our ancestors. In this video, we explore the life of the African man who invented infinite energy and how this invention defies the laws of physics and threatens established billion-dollar companies in Europe and America. How these big companies tried to silence this true son of the soil by attempting to poison him and how he survived against all odds. Imagine driving a car forever without needing fuel or ever having to recharge the battery. Imagine a house constantly powered, yet off the grid. Imagine your TV without cables, or your phone without a battery, or using a generator without gas. This is the reality Africa is about to experience. Sangulani Maxwell Chikumbutso was born on November 10, 1980 in Mazombe, Zimbabwe, to parents Andrew and Susan Chikumbutso. His father is an electrician, and some of his skill in this field must have rubbed off on Maxwell at an early age because as far back as Maxwell remembers, he's always been drawn to electronics and appliances, tinkering with gadgets, fixing remote controls and transistor radios. Growing up in the high-density suburb of Kuwadana, Maxwell faced significant challenges, especially after his father left the family, leaving his mother to raise the children alone. This meant that money and food were difficult to come by, but his mother, being resilient like most African mothers, did her best to ensure the children never went to bed hungry. Maxwell's interest in electronics would continue to grow, and he would find himself understudying experienced electricians, looking over their shoulders as they went about their work, a sort of unrecognized self-apprentice. Maxwell's formal education was limited. He began at Hague Park Primary School before transferring to Kuwazana 5 Primary School. For secondary education, he attended Jivara Sekwa 2 High School but dropped out in Form 2, equivalent to the 8th grade, at the age of 14. Despite this, Maxwell was naturally inclined towards engineering and technology, often experimenting with electronic devices and teaching himself through hands-on experience. But this didn't put food on the table. Seeing the hardship around him, Maxwell decided to take his fate into his hands, often assisting neighbors and relatives to fix broken appliances for petty cash. He would save his money over time and purchase screwdrivers, testers, wires, and other components that could be used to repair damaged devices. And anytime he came across books on electrical and electronic instructions, he would savor them, studying deep into the night and practicing what he learned at every affordable opportunity. Armed with all the knowledge he had acquired along the way, around 1999 at 19, Maxwell developed his first notable invention, a radio broadcast transmitter. This achievement marked the beginning of his journey into technological inventions. Without formal training, he relied on intuition, self-study, and experimentation. His next invention was a digital navigation facilitator and a green-powered generator. Despite initial successes, he faced challenges in securing funding and support, as many were skeptical of his unconventional methods and lack of formal education. Also, without any experience running a company, he didn't have the required skill to pitch his ideas to investors. Many doors would be shut along the way, and as the economy of the country got worse, with rising inflation and the expensive living conditions, many would have given up on their dreams, but not Maxwell, as he believed he was put on this earth to make a significant contribution and improve the lives of humankind. In pursuit of advancing his innovations, Maxwell founded Saith Technologies in 2015, a company focused on developing sustainable energy solutions and advanced technological products. Under this banner, he developed several groundbreaking inventions such as an IP mesh backpack, which is a portable communication device intended to provide network connectivity in remote areas, a hybrid engine-powered helicopter, an aircraft utilizing a unique propulsion system combining traditional and alternative energy sources, and a magnetic converter designed to convert radio frequencies into usable energy using microsonic frequencies. This last one would be his most groundbreaking invention yet, as he would demonstrate this by powering a television that didn't need to be plugged in. running on completely wireless, green energy without battery or the electric grid. This drew the attention of many and put a target on his back. He was approached by European companies that intended to buy him out, together with his inventions and the technology behind them, but he turned all of them down, believing they wouldn't put it to use to benefit the continent of Africa. This further intensified the target on his back. How dare an African man defy the request of a white man? He would later improve on this technology and develop its amazing innovative application by inventing a green power generator that produced electricity using radio frequencies, eliminating the need for traditional fuel sources. And most recently, an electric car that runs indefinitely without the need for recharging, using a self-sustaining energy system. These inventions attracted attention both locally and internationally, positioning Maxwell as a prominent figure in Zimbabwe's innovation landscape.
But many people are still in doubt. What is the source and how reliable is this? And is this going to be able to sustain for years?
You know, it's only that in Zimbabwe we are having this kind of a situation. But I think you've seen, like the guys who came from Israel, we've got guys who came from Switzerland. These are the guys I've been working with for years. They have tested it.
A lot of experts doubted him, but a few decided to put their skepticism aside and visit his company, inspecting the inventions and confirming for themselves that it did indeed work.
We're here today to start the vetting process and find out, okay, what's real? Over 95% of the time, these things aren't what they claim to be. This time we took engineer Nils Rognerud to assist with the vetting. When Nils and I arrived and met Maxwell, I was very impressed with just what a gentle, true-seeming soul he was. And then the next morning, we went to see the device, and he gave us a full tour. I was practically ecstatic. It was such a beautiful, elegant device.
Despite the acclaim, Maxwell's inventions have been met with significant skepticism from the scientific community. Critics argue that his claims, particularly regarding the green power generator and the self-sustaining electric car, violate fundamental laws of physics, such as the conservation of energy. But they aren't the only ones saying this. Maxwell himself has gone on record saying that his inventions go beyond the known laws of physics, often attributing his knowledge as being given to him by God. Attempts to patent his technologies have been unsuccessful. Patent offices have reportedly rejected his applications on the grounds that the inventions are not industrially applicable and contravene established physical laws. But how can an invention that completely moves the world from fossil fuel and air pollution not be industrially applicable, considering the effects of the oil and other fossil fuels on the climate with the accelerated rate of global warming? And even with all the implementations currently underway to mitigate the negative effects we have had on the climate, the United Nations still say that we might not be able to prevent the impending natural disasters on time. Yet, Maxwell's invention can completely move the entire world to an entirely green technological future in no time. Imagine all the cars in the world powered by this infinite energy, but not just cars. Your phone, computers, fridges, cookers, generators, televisions, factories. Every mechanical and electronic devices on the planet powered by this infinite energy. A complete paradigm shift, akin to the invention of the wheel or the computer. A revolution never before seen in the history of humankind. This could usher in a new industrial revolution. So, why would the patent offices and renowned scientists claim it has no real-world application when the application is glaringly in front of our eyes? It is simple. If the world moves to this technology, then the billion-dollar companies would no longer be able to sell fuel, batteries, solar panels, liquid gas, lithium, uranium, and pretty much all the main minerals that generate the billions of dollars for them. Their companies would immediately be valued at nothing, and the stock market would crash. Think of it for a moment. No more war in the Congo, no more exploitation of African resources, and no more looking down on Africa. Attention would immediately move from the West to Africa, and as their GDP drops, African GDP would skyrocket. Why would they want this shift when it doesn't favor them? In response to these challenges, Maxwell has expressed frustration, stating that conventional scientific paradigms are limiting the acceptance of his innovations. He continued to advocate for a broader perspective on energy and technology, urging the scientific community to consider alternative possibilities. Maxwell's journey has not been without personal hardships. A few years ago, in order to pitch his ideas to investors in Silicon Valley, he became a victim of poisoning as an attempt to thwart his progress and silence his work. He was hospitalized for weeks, while his partner, who had traveled with him for the meetings, did not make it out of the hospital. Luckily for everyone, Maxwell survived and returned to Zimbabwe to continue on his innovations. Maxwell asserts that these experiences have not deterred him from his mission to revolutionize energy production and consumption. Despite facing criticism, Maxwell has received support from various quarters. Notably, in early 2025, he demonstrated his technologies to Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa. The president commended Maxwell's ingenuity and emphasized the importance of nurturing local talent. This endorsement provided a significant morale boost and lent credibility to his endeavors.
The vehicle, it uses what we call the microsonic energy device. The microsonic energy device, it is the device that I personally invented in 2009, which harnesses radio frequencies, converted it into energy. So with this car, you can also use it to power your house. It is a moving generator. When you drive from work back to your home, you can connect your power cable, then you can power your house. It gives you 15 kilowatts power to power your house. And the vehicle itself just got 160 kilowatts electric motor, which gives you a torque of about 320 to 380 Newton meters of torque. That means it's fast.
As of 2025, Maxwell continues to develop his technologies under Saith Technologies. He remains steadfast in his belief that his inventions can transform energy consumption and technological applications globally. While mainstream scientific validation remains elusive, he is focused on refining his prototypes and seeking platforms to showcase his work. Maxwell's story is one of resilience, encapsulated in the spirit of ingenuity and the pursuit of innovation against formidable odds. His journey shows us just what African inventors must go through in order to compete with foreigners. If this was done by a white man, he would have been hailed as the next Einstein. But alas, the sons and daughters of Africa must battle with greater odds in order to shine. This must be the reason the Creator blessed Africans with a thick skin and enough melanin to withstand the global heat from their enemies. Maxwell Chikumbutso's contributions, regardless of their current scientific standing, prompt important conversations about the future of innovation, the barriers faced by unconventional thinkers, and the broader implications of challenging established scientific doctrines. Thank you for sticking with us this far. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. See you in the next video. Bye.